Hello, welcome at this Photoshop tutorial of Creative Tutorials NL. Usually the tutorials I make are Dutch spoken, but because a lot of people are interested in this theme, Modern Warfare 3, might want to speak, or might want to have an English tutorial, because otherwise they think, what the hell is he talking about? Oh, this thing might show up a few times. The problem is, well, I don't know exactly what the problem is. I tried to find out, but well, you know, the Red Cross works. Um, the Modern Warfare 3 logo is, of course, as I was saying, popular all around the world, so therefore it's better to use the English language most people understand. And Dutch, of course, is the language of a small country somewhere around the world, and most people will be thinking, what the hell is he talking about? Okay, my little next door neighbor kid asked me if I could make a Modern Warfare 3 interface for his YouTube account. He made some small videos of his gameplay, and he wanted a nice page for it, so I made a little design for him. I used the Modern Warfare 3 logo for it, but I did not make the regular logo, as it's used with more of the army colors. I wanted a bit more bright something and a bit grungy effect. So actually this tutorial is more about applying grunge to text than the Modern Warfare 3 logo, if you ask me. The colors will be green, of course, and the theme will be a bit war. So we make it a rough logo. Well, we start over here with the Modern Warfare 3 text. If you want to make this, the font is PAS. You see it here. You can use the font, but you can also use a picture of the logo somewhere and with the pen tool redraw it. I would advise to use Illustrator, because in Illustrator you can create a vector, and a vector you can blow up as big as you like for anything, any size you want. In Photoshop this is not possible. Logos are usually normally made in Illustrator, so if you're going to draw it anyway, draw it in Illustrator and you can use it for anything else and just create the effects in Photoshop. We're gonna have these layers, of course. We want to have some other colors. This is the layer with the text. We give it an effect. We will click here on the effects button and we will choose for the gradient overlay. Okay, a gradient is, well, what you people might know probably is doing this from light to dark. We want green colors, of course, so we open it by just clicking on the gradient bar here. Double click on the black one. Well, I'm not gonna give in some numbers. I just choose a color green here. I think that's fine for this tutorial. Well, okay. The other side, of course, we don't want the white. We want it to be greenish as well, and it has to be a green that you say, hey, it is indeed working with the gradient. Well, if you like to, you can slide the dark a bit more up, and here, you know, as you can see, there will be more dark over here and less light over here. You can change this. Now we have the gradient effect. You can choose styles or anything as you want, or you can scale or the angle. I think this is fine. But we also want to give it some outer glow. Well, before we start working with the outer glow, I'd like to activate. Oh, did I just undo the gradient effect? Well, we're gonna work fast on that. Oops. To recreate it. Okay. The white side. Okay, well, there we have it, and there we have it. Okay, well, I made black visible the background, because otherwise we're not able to see the effects we are applying right now, because we want to create an outer glow. So you go to the layer style again, you choose outer glow. make sure you select this one so you can see what you're doing. Okay, here we choose a green, of course. Now, you want a bit of a light color, but not too light, so maybe this. We can adjust this later. You can work with the size a bit. You can go as far as you like. Let's go 16. How much spread do you like? Well, I think 4 would be fine for this. The size maybe a bit less than 13. Well, it's a war theme, so maybe we can give it a bit noise, you know. It doesn't have to be that soft anyway, so we give it a bit of noise, and all the other things we just leave it the same. Well, here we have the logo, the colors. This is already going well. Now we create a new layer. For this layer we're gonna use the stripes. We're gonna apply the stripes, but first we want to make a new document, because what will we do? Well, we just keep the name and title because we will throw it away afterwards. Use 4 pixels with 4 pixels, because all we need to do is we're gonna make well, I'm gonna show you. We're gonna make a little stroke. We're gonna use it as a pattern. Okay, make it a bit bigger so you can see what you're doing. Okay, the brush black. Use the size of 1. No, sure, 1's fine. And just make this black. Great. Okay, now you go to let's see what we're gonna do. Define pattern, edit define pattern. We just call it MW3. Okay, there it is. We can close this. No, we don't want to save it. We have a new layer here. We choose the bucket tool. Normally here's foreground. You remember the bucket tool, you know, you just pick a color and you throw it all over the place. Well, we choose for pattern, and here you have the pattern I just made. Well, I made it before already, as you can see, but that's fine. Okay, well, we choose the bucket, and there you go. You have your stripes. Of course, you don't want them to be too much visible, so what will we do? We will go to a low opacity, and well, maybe we just go to 10. There it is. Okay, the new layer, because now we're gonna put on some grunge effects. Well, grunge effects is just easy to be made with the brush tool. Well, you can download brushes from the internet, and so did I. As you can see, well, you know, sometimes I need some, and I just use these. Let's see, the Savage brush packed might be fine, probably, sure. What we choose for here is we choose for the color, or for green. We make the size a bit smaller so you can see what you want to do. Okay, we give it a color, of course, and also a green color, but it has to be a bit lighter than anything else. Or maybe, well, we can also make it a bit darker. What you do, it's very easy. Just click on some places where you think, okay, I want it here. Maybe you like to use another brush as well. The size starts out a bit big, so let's say we work it this way. Great, now we have some brushes applied. We will work on the next effect. Well, personally I like to use some spray can. Well, we go to the spray can brush set. I have it here. We choose a spray can, and for the spray can, let's say we want black. It's just fine. Let's say we want some nice effects. Great. Make it a bit smaller, not too small. And there we go. And maybe some over there. Okay, this is spray can. We can change the opacity a bit if we'd like to. And there we go. Now we have the spray can, we have the brushes. And now we will have another layer because we want some just some white effect on it. We take the brush, we go back to the, or we will reset the brushes to the normal brushes. We say okay, that's fine. We take a soft brush, make it a bit bigger, make it even more bigger. Change the opacity a bit. We can change the opacity later as well. And there we go. Oops. Here I have to change this to white, of course. And there we go. We put some white glow in it. Okay. Well, this is fine. What we're gonna do next is we're gonna create some maybe some more glow over there. We're gonna put them all in a group. These, because this works a bit easier. And there you go. Now we go to the text layer. We right click on it. You select the pixels, and here you see your selection. Now what you have to do is you go to select, inverse, and there you are. There you go to the group map, and now you just hit delete. Well, then we just choose them one by one. That's no problem. And there you go. You have the delete part. Control D, and it's deselected. Well, this is not really what I wanted of it, but well, then we can always choose to give it a bit more effect with, for example, we will use the spray can, the spray paint on it again. Just a new layer. Remember, you need a new layer. 100%. My mistake. I forget to take a nice spray can. Well, sure, this one. It's fine. Well, or it's not. Adjust the size just a little. Okay, there you go. You have the Modern Warfare logo as far as you want with grunges. As you see, the thing is to have use some grunge effect on it. It is quite easy. Just use and apply a brush you like, and afterwards you have to reselect it and just delete everything around it. Let's see. This was the original logo I made. This is the one I made now. I can put some more grunge effects on it as I like, but I think you get the drift of it. So I'd say Good luck making it like this or making anything else, a logo with grunge effects and stuff like that. Any questions, just post it and I might reply, or I will reply. Thanks.